Part 3. The Awakening Within Terror, Finding Freedom in Fear. And now, we rise to the highest chamber of fear's mansion, to the place where fear transforms from tormentor to teacher, from prison to portal. This is the awakening within terror, the discovery that changes everything. It begins with a simple but radical act. Instead of running from fear, we turn toward it. Instead of trying to eliminate it, we become curious about it. Instead of believing we are our fear, we begin to observe it with the compassion and fascination we might bring to a wild animal. What is this fear? We ask with genuine curiosity. Where do I feel it in my body? What thoughts accompany it? What stories am I telling myself? Can I simply be with this sensation without needing to change it, fix it, or flee from it? This is the practice that mystics have taught for millennia, presence in the face of what we have been avoiding. Meeting our experience directly, without the filter of judgment or the agenda of escape, simply being with what is exactly as it is. And a miracle occurs when we stop resisting fear, when we stop fighting it, when we simply allow it to be here. It begins to lose its power over us. The fear is still present, the sensations in the body and the thoughts in the mind, but we are no longer fused with it, no longer identified with it, and no longer controlled by it. We discover that we are the space in which fear arises, not the fear itself. We are the sky through which storm clouds pass, not the storm. We are the screen on which the movie plays, not the movie. And the sky is never harmed by the weather that moves through it. This discovery is liberation itself, for if we are not our fear, then fear cannot destroy us. If we are the awareness that witnesses fear, then we are fundamentally safe, even in the midst of feeling unsafe. If we are the vast space of consciousness, then there is room within us for all emotions, all experiences, all sensations, without any of them overwhelming our essential nature. Fear becomes, in this light, simply another sensation, another visitor passing through the guest house of consciousness. We learn to say, "Ah, fear is here," rather than, "I am afraid." The difference seems subtle, but it is the difference between being imprisoned by an emotion and being free to experience it fully. And with this freedom comes the possibility of courage, not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in the presence of fear. True courage is not fearlessness. It is feeling the fear and stepping forward anyway. It is acknowledging the trembling and speaking our truth. It is recognizing the risk and choosing to love anyway. When we are no longer trying to eliminate fear, we are free to learn from it. We discover that fear often carries important information. It can tell us when we are growing beyond our comfort zone, and growth always requires leaving what is comfortable. It can alert us to real dangers that require our attention. It can show us what we care about deeply, for we only fear losing what matters to us. Fear, when befriended rather than fought, becomes an ally on the journey. It shows us where we need to develop more strength, more wisdom, and more compassion. It points toward the edges of our evolution, the places where we are being called to expand. It is the resistance we must push through to become stronger, like the resistance that makes the muscle grow. The awakened relationship with fear is one of partnership rather than warfare. We learn to say, "Thank you, fear, for trying to protect me. I hear you. I acknowledge you. And now, I'm going to move forward anyway, trusting that I am larger than what frightens me, that life is calling me toward expansion, that the only real death is the death of never having fully lived." In this highest realm of fear's domain, we discover the great paradox, that by accepting our fear fully, we transcend it. By surrendering to what we cannot control, we find the only control that matters, dominion over our own response. By acknowledging our vulnerability, we become invincible in the ways that truly matter. The gate of fear, which seemed so terrible from the outside, reveals itself as a doorway to freedom. We pass through it not by destroying it or avoiding it, but by walking through it with eyes wide open, heart trembling, but willing, spirit unbroken and unbreakable. And on the other side, we are not the same person who approached the gate. We are larger, wiser, and more compassionate, more free. We have learned that we can survive what we thought would destroy us. We have discovered that we are not fragile creatures who need protection from reality, but resilient beings who can dance with whatever life brings. This is the gift of fear, the pearl born in the darkness of terror, the knowledge that we are fundamentally okay, even when we feel not okay, that we are fundamentally whole, even in our brokenness, and that we are fundamentally free, even in our fear. Welcome to the first teaching of the descent. Many more gates await. Stay tuned, to be continued.